Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to another top 5. Now, this top 5 I've had to make into 2 episodes because we're going to look at currently the top 5 tanks to win. And when I looked at the top 5 tanks to win, the tanks that are winning the most, they are all premium tanks. Yes, they were all premium tanks. So we're going to look at the top 5 premium tanks for winning at the moment, and then tomorrow or whenever we're going to have a look at the top 5 tech tree tanks for winning. So at number 5 it is the WZ122 122TM at 60.02% win rate over the last 90 days. Now this was a shock for me, to be honest. Like, I know not a lot of people are currently playing this tank. I was actually pleasantly surprised, or I was surprised that this tank was winning, and it was winning by quite a lot. And at the top, it is the 5th top tank currently for winning games in Blitz. I mean, it's a decent tank. I don't think it's overpowered. I think Wargaming did a good job in balancing this tank out. The turret is, of course, very, very strong. But other than that, other than the turret, the armor profile, as you can see, is not the best. It isn't the best. So the gun, of course, you don't have the DPM. So it's a very difficult tank to play unless you're in a hold down position. Coming in at number 4, it is the Dracula. Now, this always wins, if I'm honest. It's always up there, and currently at 60.29% win rate over the last 90 days. So, of course, it's always been a winning tank. It's a fun tank to play as well. And if you are playing this tank in a platoon, you will probably win more games and your win rate will increase. But you need to play it correctly. You know, you've got no armor. You have to remember that you've got no armor at all. But yeah, I mean, it is a very, very fun tank to play. I've loved playing it since it's been released. I've always loved playing it. And I will always love playing this tank because it is a go-to tank, not just for winning games, but just to have some fun. And that's what this game is all about. That's what any game is all about. It's all about having fun. And the Dracula is a tank to have a lot of fun in. Even more fun when you do double it up, when you do a double platoon with Draculas. Of course, the stat wise, it's not the best. It's not the best tier 7 medium as by a long shot, but clearly going by the stats over the last 90 days, people are still winning in this tank, and that doesn't surprise me at all. It does not surprise me one single bit. Now, this game, we're gonna go with supremacy here. We are a one shot, but of course we don't want to die, especially when it is a 4 versus 4. And our guy up there, the Tiger one, the guy up there, the Tiger, is, I don't want to, I know he's going to die, so I don't want to sacrifice myself, especially now it is a 3 versus 4, especially while we're winning on supremacy points as well. I don't want to risk anything. I don't want to lose, and if I go for damage right now, I think it's 100% a loss. And even though the enemy are capping base A, I think we still have it. With base C, I think we still have this win, especially if we do manage to get another kill. Now, the Hellcat over there looking at me, so I just quickly snapshot him, take him out. There goes the smasher, and already it's basically a win at the moment. Just the Tiger one left, and I am able just to get just a tiny bit more damage into that guy. I think we're going to get one more shot into him and finish with almost 3k damage, so not bad at all. And still, as I've said, a really fun tank to play. Another tank coming in at number 3. I thought this would be further down, to be honest. I thought people would win more in this tank than anything else, because it is currently one of the most broken tanks in the game. But currently 60.55% win rate. Yeah, of course, it's always going to win games. It is a broken tank, and broken tanks always win games. Now, this just some shots. I mean, look at that shot there into the ISU 152. Nice and easy. And that's what this tank is all about. That's what this tank does on a regular occasion. Again, another tier 8 tank there. Not even a max roll. Just over 1,000 damage HE. And that wasn't even a max roll. Now, this is like a Death Star. In a way, this is like a Death Star. One shot can change the outcome of the game. Now look at this again. I haven't even got a max roll. A full hit point J Panther gone. See you later, mate. And he is gone. But what makes this tank also very, very good is the heat penetration on this tank. Coming up against Russian heavy tanks in tier 8, just switch to the heat and you'll be able to penetrate him like butter. I mean, look at that guy, no problem whatsoever. So that is the third highest win rate tank currently in tier, currently in the game. Next up, we have this tank here, and I was surprised at this. It is the boras at 61.47% win rate over the last 90 days. Now, this isn't the best of tanks. I don't really enjoy this tank that much. It can perform very well. Of course, it is an auto loader. It has 2 shells, but it does have a long reload. You don't have much armor on this tank as well. So if you are on the reload, you have to make sure you've got cover, whether that be hard cover like a building here or your allies. And of course, if you do have your allies there, then just sit behind them and let them take the shots. And when you have your reload, you can then come out and deal a big amount of damage, because it does have sort of just over 300 alpha. Like sometimes you can get 360, 370 per shot. So with an auto loader, especially being a medium tank, doing sort of 350 damage per shot, that is very, very good. So you could do sort of 700 if you're lucky. You could do around 700 with your magazine, and as long as you then get the hell out of the way, you can actually perform well in this tank. And you can see a shot there into that guy, another shot, just only 300 damage into that Leo. And we're going to push forward. I know there's a few tanks around here, but I'm just going to push behind this rock. There goes the Leo. I am able to get behind this AMX AC. I can know that the IS-2 is just shot, and again, we're going to get a HE shot into this guy, and we're going to just take him out. 376 HE into him, and he is gone. And the other shell, 331 into the IS-2, and he's gone. So I am surprised that this is up there. To be honest, I'm very, very surprised. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. At 61.98% win rate. Now, this is a shock, if I'm honest. It is the Skoda T56. So yeah, I mean, not a lot of people are playing this tank. Not a lot of people at all are playing this tank. But I was very surprised at this is currently how well this tank has been performing. Almost 62% win rate is quite a lot for a tier 8 heavy tank. That is actually quite a lot, and I don't think the tank is that great. I mean, it's okay. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with the tank, and I know that the more people that will play this tank, the less the win rate will actually be. But currently, over the last 90 days, looking at the stats, this is the top. This is at the top. Now, of course, if you do have a look on BlitzStars yourself, this isn't actually number one. Number one, and I think even number 2, are test tanks. But test tanks are always up there at the top, because only mainly overpowered players like Fatness and Punjar and people like that, only these people play the tanks. Only the top clan, apart from some clans, but mostly only top clans are playing these test tanks. So of course, doesn't matter even if it's a bad tank, these people are gonna win games. So yeah, if you take off the test tanks, this currently is up there at number 1. Now, was you surprised at this list? There was a couple of tanks, of course, the Dracula and the Smasher. I wasn't surprised at one bit, to be honest. But yeah, the rest of them, this being number 1, I was very, very surprised. So let me know your thoughts if you're surprised at any of these tanks in this list that have been winning. Tanks that win games, premium tanks that currently win games. Hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. I'll be back again tomorrow with Tech Tree tanks that wins games. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Meadsy. I'll catch you soon. Bye-bye.